Hello, Elon. This is Joseph, Mr. Joe, if you remember me. Okay. I'm about to start God's Coin, my headquarters in Giza, Egypt. That's when I'll get married. Things change from the way they're going to be, especially with you and you. I haven't contacted you, but you know who I am, Mr. Joe. If you don't know who I am, then Meta Al certainly does. Now, you can claim you didn't know nothing about what was going on. But Meta Al is not you. But you know who he's up to. He scammed a lot of people, and he scammed me because he looks exactly like you, talks exactly like you, and can be you. There's robots now that are all over, that are being built by that one man, one company in robotics. They're almost too real to believe. Now, I don't know whether I was talking to you or not, but I made promises to Meta Al. I promised you 50 God's coin. 50 God's coin for one Bitcoin. You still holding 26 billion of them. Okay? I'm going to build the God's coin. Headquarters looking upon the pyramids of Egypt and the Sphinx. I'm buying the land. My credit right now is being cleared as I speak. It'll be done in September of 2025. 2025, I'm going to put my glasses back on. I can see you clear. In 2025, I will be flying to live in Cairo. Before I go, I'm going to buy a Tesla car. And my credit score will be 700 or plus. Okay? I won't owe nobody nothing. Okay? Where I'm going is in Cairo. I live for $16 a day at the Safari Hotel on the 5th floor. Been there before. This will be the last time I'm going up there. I have to actually go. Well, it won't be the last time I leave there because I have to leave there every 30 days. 30 days in Egypt, then 30 days in Petra. Then 30 days in Egypt, then 30 days in Petra, Jordan. Keep on that every 30 days because I've got to be mobile because of the visas. But this time I'm going to buy that Tesla. I'm buying that Tesla. The white one, like you were supposed to have given me, or you could still give it to me. Especially if we make this deal. Now here it is. 50 God's coin for one Bitcoin. Last offer. Okay? If I ever to talk to you again, it's going to drop. It's not going to be that. 50 God's coin for your Bitcoin. 26 billion. Okay? You do the math. I'm tired of doing the math. 50 times 26 billion. That makes you a quintrillionaire probably. Like I say, you do the math. I don't know how many zeros behind it. That immediately, when the Bitcoin, you're the first one, the rest of them will follow because they know what's going to come next. Remember, your guys' money is tied up in the United States dollar. Y'all live in the United States. You're using the dollar more than anything else. But guess what's going to happen to the dollar when God's coin comes out? God's coin is the only thing in common with everybody in this world is God. Figure a way to stop that. Think of the audience. We're not just talking about the people in this world, not the 9 billion here. We're talking about every future generation. Endless. Yet those 20 20 million God's coin that were out. That's the top of your audience. They're going to only give out 21 million God's coin, and that's limited. The next upcoming thing is NVIDIA with their GPU, and that's only going to be given to the elite, the ones that understand what's going to happen next, and that's kind of like the ones that can empower this world, the ones that can take over this world, control this world, keep scams going, keep people in the dark. That day's over. Your days are over. I'm going to tell you why, Elon, the same as NVIDIA is over, okay? Because when somebody comes to get God's coin, when my banks are, first off, I'm promising everybody in this world one God's coin, they already have. I just got to have the bank. The first bank's going up in Cairo, Egypt, whether you help me put it up or not. All I got to do is, I'm going to have a Tesla car. It's not even for me. It's for Selena. It'll be her car. My future wife, if she's going to be. I'm going to get that car and I'll have it delivered to Cairo. Alexandria, anyway. At the port of Alexandria. I can go pick it up. When I go to pick it up in November, in October or November of 2025, I'll be able to, my 30 days starts the day I land in Egypt. They give me a 30-day visa. 30 days I'll stay at the Safari Hotel on the 5th floor, where I always stay. And it cost me $16 a night. Okay? I'm going to make an announcement with Selena and her brother, which has studied 3 years in the film industry, to become a producer, okay? In a school for the film industry that teaches people how to photograph and direct films and things like that. Now, he's been going in the college for 3 years. He should be good at it. Can help me make a video. I'm going to ask Selena to be there to translate that video in Arabic at the same time, and her sister to type it. Selena, if she's with me, she will translate that message in Arabic, while her sister writes it in Egyptian and closed caption. She types it in Egyptian on the screen, but Arabic so it reaches the world. Now, hopefully, when I make that, I won't make that the first thing I do. That first 30 days I have in Egypt is pick up my car. Whether that's picking up my car with Selena or not with Selena. We haven't talked in a month. Why haven't we talked for a month? Because she got promoted at her job. And ever since they forbid us. Either they're forbidding us to ever talk again, and put her in a position where we never talk again, because for the last 2 years, we talked a lot on her company time, on their company phone. They have promoted her to figure a way to keep her mouth shut, talking to me, meaning her job. But they had rights to fire them. But I guarantee you, she was making $186 a month, and I could afford $200 a month. She could have been working for me. More than making more. But now they give her a promotion. They give her a promotion and say, but she hasn't talked to me in a month. She might want to be talking to me, or she can't talk to me. I don't know the situation. But I know I can't get there right now, because I've got to get this straight where I get my credit scores up to 700 and plus. And 700 plus was enough to go get a Tesla car. and I'll go get the Tesla car that you were supposed to give me, that white one, that Model Y, white 2025 Tesla. Maybe the 2026 will be out then. Okay? I'll get that car and I'll have it delivered to Egypt. I'll pick it up in Alexandria. That's first thing. Then when my plane lands, I'll get in the Safari Hotel, and then I'll go to Alexandria, pick up my car. With Selena or without Selena. Okay? It's depending on what she does. Now, I also just go back to the hotel, and I'm preparing from my room, because I can get other people to translate. But he is one of them, Muhammad, all kinds of people I know will make the translation between English and Arabic. Okay? What I'm going to say. Because what I'm going to say is, I'm about to acquire the ground. I've already chosen the ground, which I will have. I will take my Tesla car and I'll drive around and look at the land I can purchase. I'll purchase a piece of ground, at least 2.5 acres, or at least an acre of ground. That's all I need. If I get a hectare of ground, that's built enough to build a parking lot with a foundation, a solid foundation of 96 foot across by 20 foot deep. Okay? Why? By 4 of your homes across the front that are 40 foots. 40, 80, 160. That's 200 foot across the front. 200 foot across the front. And they'll only be 8 foot wide, but they'll fold out to be 24 deep. They're going to be a bank. Lobby in the middle. It's described in the video that you're going to see attached to this. To Selena. You two are the only ones going to be able to see this video. They're both in private. This one's in private to you, and the other one's private to you and Selena. So you understand what's going on. You listen to that video closely. You're going to build those. Okay, first off, we're going to talk about the trade. 26 billion Bitcoin is what you own. I'm trading 50 to 1 today when you hear this. And whether you hear this or not, you're going to let me know by my phone. You'll call me and tell me, go to WhatsApp. I'll go to WhatsApp. You just call me and let me know. You just put Elon Musk. When Elon Musk calls, I'll download WhatsApp again. And then you say, Mr. Joe. And we'll get connected. And we'll talk. Once I'm connected to you, the deal's on. That I made with MetaOwl for you 50 Bitcoin for each God's coin you have. You'll be a quintillonaire. But here's the thing. Because you bought the Bitcoin, you set precedents. Now Bitcoin is worth $100,000 a piece, just like the Bitcoin was. Okay? Now Bitcoin owners, they don't gonna get no 50. I will offer them 5 Bitcoin. 5 Bitcoin. God's coin for 1 Bitcoin. 5 God's coin for 1 Bitcoin. Now you're getting 50 God's coin for 1 Bitcoin. Okay, each of your Bitcoin. They're going to only get 5. But what's going to happen? God's coin's breaking ground. When I get that property financed by the Bank of Cairo, they look at my credit score. They see the only thing I own is the Tesla. Okay, I'm going to try to buy a worthless piece of ground in the desert that looks at the thing for and have them finance it. And I only need 2.5 acres. 1 acre of that is going to be nothing but a solar farm. The other part's from a bank, 200 foot across by 25 foot. Now that's starting out. That's what the first part of the bank's going to be. The bottom floor is going to be totally for banking, for the lobby and bathrooms and elevators. Okay? On the west side of the banks, from the front, will be facing north. Absolutely facing north. Have to be facing north. The back has to face pure south to the pyramids, or at least face the pyramids. If it's southeast or whatever, southwest, it can't be southwest, but southeast and west. You know what I'm saying? It's like to your left and the east, to looking towards the Giza and the thing. It could be on a slant. The parking lot will be paved in front of the bank. It will have Tesla chargers put all across in the front for customers, because they can afford. They're going to afford. Every one of them is going to be able to afford a Tesla car. Every one of my customers. In fact, I might even give it to them, because anybody over 18 is going to get a brand new phone starting out with. Plus, everybody in that that comes in is going to open an account. They're going to get the 1 God's coin. Okay? And they have to give their fingerprints, or for a newborn and stuff, it's their footprint. They had to give their birth name and their birthplace. Okay? That's all. The next thing is every 18-year-old will receive that phone. All the accounts in that household, whether they're part of the family or just a relative or somebody else, it doesn't make any difference. If they're in that household, they're going to open an account for that household where they're staying. And when they're staying in that household, all those accounts will be put on the phones of the 18-year-olds, because the person has to actually go to the bank to open the account. They got to open the account for the God's coin. At the same time they do that, they're going to register them to vote. The phone representative, first off, is going to set up the facial recognition, the voice recognition, the hand geometry and fingerprints of the phone owner. Then he's going to close the phone, and then I'm going to have to open the phone. The person's going to have to open the phone to hand to the banker. And once the banker does that, he wants to add a password or whatever, that's his call. Okay? Now that banker is going to register them right then to vote. Anybody 18, girl, boy, well, no matter. Mental capability, I don't care. They're going to be able to vote. Okay? As long as they're 18 years old, they're going to be able to do the banking, household banking for everybody in that house. The first votes we're going to make is be able to vote by phone from home. We don't even know where that home is at. It's going to be from the home. Where that? Okay? By GPS, we'll know where the phone's at. If it locks into the same coordinates, and we know that's where you're at. We check the coordinates. You vote from that area, and when you're in that area, you'll, like I said, if you're going to vote from another area, then you have to let them know you've got to vote from your office or vote for on vacation in another place. You just let them know where you're going to be and give them an exact location. Or let them know when you get there. Yeah, I'm not long there. I'm not going to be there for 3 months, but I want the right to vote from here. Right now where I'm sitting in a safe location. Okay? I'm just showing you the right to vote. The next vote is going to outlaw the data, the transfers of data. Where's the Meta going to be then, buddy? Where's NVIDIA going to be with GPUs? Where's blockchain going to be? Come on. The transference of data and collecting data and transferring data will be outlawed. No more scamming. It's going to stop. You shouldn't have messed with me. You should have just sent me that stuff by private courier. But your system of bleeding people, no, I give you all together about $2,200. It took me 6 months of listening to you. The last time, $1,500 of my money. But let's go get past that. I'm still not over it. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to honor my debt. Whether it was to your robot or not, only right now, 50 billion God's coin, 50 God's coin for one per Bitcoin you have. You might want to consider putting the rest of what you have, and I don't want a thing you got. I don't want the thing anybody's got. I don't want titles. I don't want paperwork. I don't want nothing you got. I just want your money transferred into God's coin. Every cent you got, if you're smart. What do you think is going to happen? God's coin is the only universal currency that has anything in common with all humanity. Why? Because God's the only thing. Now, you don't believe in God and you don't know God. Come on, man. You're not. This is not rocket science. I told you before you can even think, to fire the synapses in the brain before you could open your mouth or move. God has to fire the synapses in the brain. That's not electricity. That's not a noble gas. It's no other kind of thing, because they wouldn't have any memory. They can't think and they can't move without you. They have no programming. You're the ones who've been programmed. Well, here's that's going to end. The data transference is going to end. So that's what we're going to put. I'm buying NVIDIA out with your money, because for every God's coin you issue, it's going to be dated. The date I give you with your name on it, your fingerprints on it, everything. It's recorded in my bank. Your name, your birth date. You know what I'm saying? Under your name. You know, your birth date, your fingerprints, your hand geometry, all recorded. And when they see, I'm going to get a duplicate God's coin for every God's coin I issue you. Why am I doing that? And to get rich? No, everything of mine gets divided between 9 billion people. Everybody on Earth, plus future generations. So you might as well make that 16 billion people. But you know, it'll be by country, by the population. In other words, in Burundi, there's 12 million people. And 12 million people is going to turn into 16 million people because of future generations. So I start from them, from the big pile of money you get me. And I take $16 billion and I put it into a God's coin bank in Burundi. Now, where I'm at in Egypt, whoo, you're talking about 200 million people. I think it's less than the United States. It's a little less than, but it's 200 million or close to it. And what I'm saying, you take the Egyptians. I'm starting in Giza. I'm breaking ground in Giza. You're going to build. I'm going to buy these. When you buy the God's coin, you can deduct for my church, for my on the bottom floor. It says to me 4 of your modular things that are 40 by 8, folded up, maybe 40 by 10 or whatever. These things will be folded up, and they're going to come to 24 wide. And the first one, the first 24 will be for the bathrooms and elevators that you're going to put in. Bathrooms and elevators to the second floor. Okay? And when you get to the bathrooms and second floor, then right next to it is going to be the bank. The bank and the lobby, where the safe will be there. I mean, no, it'll be the lobby, and it'll be open through pure glass, but it will be the lobby of the bank, which will be 40 foot across the front, 40 foot across the front, and then the other 40 foot, the next 40 foot is going to be where the bank actually is and the safe actually is. The other side of the thing is going to be offices, and they're going to have glass facing east. Is that right? Yeah, to the right. So facing east. All the glass in the back facing the pyramids in Giza. Okay, they'll be facing, that's going to be south or southeast. Okay, the parking lot will be in front of it. Paved parking lot, but a concrete slab for the 40, 80, 160 foot of buildings. Okay, it'll be 20 foot deep, 24 foot deep because they're fold outs. Okay, they'll start at 8 foot, but they'll be fold outs. And those are going to be front and black, they'll be all glass where the lobbies are. You can see through the front and back, facing the pyramids. I mean, looking at the street, but facing the pyramids. The back, looking out the back glass to the pyramids. Then the offices will be on the east side with windows, and all of them have a view of the east. The next floor, like I said, on the west side would be the elevators going up to the second floor and the bathrooms. Then you're going to have a full restaurant lobby as big as the lobby is downstairs. So that might be, that's going to be 80 foot of glass looking. That's going to be the lobby. Oh no, it won't be the lobby on the next floor. It'll be a restaurant and a kitchen, the open kitchen where you could see them cooking. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Then you're going to have offices on the other side. Okay, but you're going to have a full restaurant and kitchen on 60 foot. 20 foot's going to Uh, um, 40 foot's going to be kitchen, and 80 foot is going to be um, there's 4 of these things. Who you figured out? They're going to be that's going to be the restaurant area, sitting area, looking out on Giza at the pyramids and the Sphinx on the 2nd floor. On the 3rd floor is going to be a mosque. Bathrooms on that side, on the west side. Then there's going to be a children's area for them to play next to the bathrooms on one side, but the mosque will be the rest of the sides, facing east and facing the pyramids. It might be all glass. It might not be at where the actual mosque is. I don't know what's appropriate yet. I'll find out. I'll figure that out. Whether it's appropriate to put windows in a mosque or whatever, because everybody's going to be facing the floor, bowing facing the floor. In my church thing, everybody that's an employee will eat 3 times a day if they want. 2 times for sure, breakfast and lunch. If they want to take dinner home, they can take dinner home. Okay? The leftovers, because they're leaving at the end of the day. Okay? They want to eat the leftovers, fine. They can take it home. Or have each one of them take it home so there's nothing is left over, and give whatever's left over to the poor. Feed the neighborhood. That's for them to distribute. You send it home with the employees as part of their job. Nothing's left over by the end of the day. Just clean up. Okay? Every department. I'm paying every employee a God's coin a month. That's the general staff. Their managers, each one has a separate manager. There'll be the housekeeping staff, the maintenance staff, the banking staff. There'll be the landscaping staff. And there'll be the cooking and food service staff. Managers, they gonna get 2 God's coins per month, or 2 million, 400 million, $2,400,000 income. But they'll be paid in 50 times that, the American income, in Egyptian pounds currently. I'm not going to make because their income, the dollar's not going to fall. The dollar's going to fall. The dollar's going to fall to nothing. When it's over with, the dollar be worth, okay, understand this. Right now, the Burundi pays 0.0035 cents on the dollar. Okay, that's 5,000 Burundian francs to the dollar. But we're going to change that. The United States is going to fall to 4 zeros behind 3.5. I'm going to let it fall that far. So you might as well say it's nothing, worth nothing. So what you going to do with the rest of your money? You already saved your Bitcoin, and they turned it to that, but that's for a year, 20 years, pardon me. I got a Jupiter because I'm paying these employees, because nobody is going to draw. I'm paying every employee in the world. Anybody that's 18 to 40 can join God's services. Besides having their phone and they become a voter, they're going to be able to join God's services if they're 18 years old to 40. That's policemen. That's the military. That's everybody in this world that's 18 years old to 40 is going to get that, be paid that, a job to do what they're already doing. But everybody's going to be on their job. It's OJT, on the job training. And they'll require during that day a 6-hour day of work. Actually, a 4-hour day of work. 2 hours of travel time. Then they're going to spend 1 hour a day required to go to kindergarten. Now, kindergarten's going to be teaching quantum physics, the language of quantum physics and mechanics, the language of Einstein. They're going to start out with, and who's going to be teaching it? They are. And you're going to be there. Learning this to write and things just like on chalkboards, the numbers and the math. Yes, you're going to learn these things from kindergarten at their level. You'll learn maybe another language. Probably not so many languages, because I'm going to develop a translator that just hangs around your neck or puts in your pocket that automatically, people speaking that language, it automatically comes out in the language that they're speaking. Okay? Recognizes the languages and translates. That's all. As far as NVIDIA goes with the GPUs, as far as you go with your GPUs, and you have no right to affect somebody else's life in a negative way. Don't interfere with somebody else's life. You're there to help somebody, that's all right. But you know your God's going to can be taken away from you. You get outside of your area of expertise. We're not going to. God's not a micromanager. He's not sitting there telling you can't cuss, you can't swear, you can't eat whatever. He's not going to micromanage. He's not that way. The only thing God ever wanted out of people is to have children. And you certainly did that. Little Elon makes up for your whole life. He made my life that much better. So did your mother. You're a nice guy. In fact, I love you. I love them. That's why I'm hurt so bad. But I'm not going to let you fall. You're going to be a quintrillionaire. But I'm telling you now, you're going to get your money out of the United States, especially out of California. I'm letting you know. I'm letting Jeff Bezos know. I'm letting Satoshi Nakamoto know. Jeff Bezos, he got your money in NVIDIA. Where are you going to be when everybody in the United States, there's 240 million people in the United States are going to vote to outlaw data? They'll be registered voters. If they won't be now, they will be. You know what I'm saying? Even the babies, newborn babies, will become voters one day, and they're 18 years old. I'm prepared to that. That's why I got a duplicate God squad. I'm paying for everybody's wages. When I'm done paying wages and I have too much left over, then I'm paying off everybody's national debt. Every country, starting with the $32 trillion or $37 trillion in the United States. Then the $23 trillion of China, where the lands actually belong to me. But I don't want the paperwork. I don't want your paperwork. I don't want you to stop doing what you're doing. I just want you to get smarter and get smarter and know where your Creator lives. Right there in that brain. Come on, Elon, you got to be smart enough to know that. What religion that's into killing and doesn't stop killing? What part of that, if God is living here in every individual and a religion claims God? Don't you guys ever use the word God, Jesus Christ, or anything? And you don't try to stop killing, or you don't have any way to stop killing. You go along with it and say it's going to happen anyway. Death is as certain as taxes. No, death is going to be accountable. The police will retrain at academies. So will everybody in the military to shoot only for the hands and the feet. Never, and there'll also be trained paramedics. Everybody will be a paramedic. They'll take a 12-month a year to become a paramedic. Okay, I'm talking. Okay, let me talk. Okay, this is important. My daughter, you hear me shouting at my daughter. She's telling me to shut up. That's important. This is. This is to you, Elon. You call me 1-843 625 1558. 843-625-1558. You know I'm in the United States, so their thing is 1. Like they say, you call me. Well, as soon as you call me, I recognize it's Elon Musk. I'll upload or download what's up again to hear what you got to say. Accept it or don't accept it. But I'm building that God's coin headquarters in Giza. I'm going to attach it to you, Salinas. You two are the only two that are going to get this. They're both private, but you'll hear the deal again from that. Okay. Goodbye.